Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I will call the Court of Revision to order. As clerk, I will speak to the preliminary matters until the chair and vice chair are elected. So the purpose of the Court of Revision is to hear objections against the proposed local improvement role and any proposed revisions to the proposed local improvement role for the following projects. First being the Pleasant Drive Local Improvement Project, and the second being Frederick and Burritt Street Improvement Project. Moving on to item 2, are there any declarations of pecuniary interest? And if so, please state the general nature thereof. Seeing none, moving on to item 3, election of chair and vice chair. I will now ask the committee to nominate a chair. Councillor Clifford, or Ritzma, my apologies.
I'll nominate Councillor Gaffney as chair.
Councillor Gaffney, do you permit your name to stand for nomination?
Yes.
Wonderful. So if I could have a motion to nominate Councillor Gaffney as chair of the Court of Revision.
So moved.
All in favor? Any opposed? Carried. Wonderful. So I will now ask the committee to nominate a vice chair. Councillor Beattie.
I would motion that Councillor Clifford be our vice chair.
Councillor Clifford, do you permit your nomination to stand?
I do.
Wonderful. Now I'll call for a motion to elect Councillor Clifford as the vice chair of the Court of Revision. Can I get a mover? Councillor Beattie. Okay. All in favor? Any opposed? That's carried. So I will now turn the meeting over to the chair of the Court of Revision.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. The legislative authority for the Court of Revisions being held today is under Regulation 586/06 regarding local improvement charges property lien status made under the Municipal Act 2001. The regulation states that the Court of Revision may review the proposed local improvement role and correct it as to all or any of the following matters. A, the cost of the work. B, the names of the owners of the lots. C, the frontage or other measurements of the lots. D, the amount of the reduction or increase to be made under section 16 or 17 in respect to any lot. E, the lots which, but for subsection 12(7), would be exempt from being significantly charged. F, the lifetime of the work. G, the charge per meter frontage to be imposed on any lot. H, if all or part of the owner's share of the cost is to be specially charged on lots that do not abut on the work. 1, the non-abutting lots that are to be specifically charged, and 2, the amount of the special charge to be imposed on them. I will now ask the city clerk to present the statement of costs of work and the local improvement role for the Pleasant Drive local improvement. Local improvement project to the court and confirm notice. This project includes the construction of an 8.5 meter asphalt road complete with curb and gutter and a 1.5 meter concrete sidewalk on Pleasant Drive from Ontario Street to Devon Street.
So through the chair, as clerk, I can confirm that the statement of work and the improvement role were circulated to all members of the Court of Revision prior to the meeting. I can also confirm that notice has been provided to the owner of every lot to be specially charged and to the public of the hearing of the Court of Revision in accordance with Ontario Regulation 586/06.
Thank you. The Court of Revision is in receipt of an appeal from Keith and Marie Eggets. Mr. Eggets has requested to address the Court of Revision for the reasons noted in his letter and may do so now if he is present.
So through the chair, they are on the line and we are just proceeding to connect them now.
Okay.
Hello?
Mr.
Hi,
Agates,
Keith.
are you there?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'd like to firstly thank everyone for giving us, my wife and I, a bit of an opportunity to speak on this improvement project. So, first of all, has there been any consideration of a credit for the taxes paid in lieu of the sidewalk, maintenance, plowing, inspections, or road sweeping costs for Pleasant Drive, since we have not had these services prior to the completion of the reconstruction project? Secondly, with local improvements increasing the property value on Pleasant Drive homes, will we not be paying higher property taxes due to the revised assessment, therefore paying for the reconstruction basically twice? And thirdly, will you please consider a lower interest rate since most people are already experiencing financial hardship due to COVID-19? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Agates. Does anybody have any questions for staff or the delegate? Councillor Clifford.
I was going to ask, in the letter we got from the Agates, it says we have not been given a copy of the prepared and certified statement of cost of work for Pleasant Street reconstruction as per local improvement regulation. Has that happened, or is that correct in this statement?
Councillor Clifford, Marie and I did go down to City Hall, seen the deputy clerk. He did show us the breakdown of the cost. We did see that. Yes, we did. It wasn't actual invoices. It was just like a spreadsheet showing the cost.
Thank you. Anything else? Then we will move on. The Court of Revision is in receipt of an appeal from John and Linda Charbonneau. Mr. and Mrs. Charbonneau are not present to provide additional comments, but their correspondence has been circulated to the Court of Revision for their review and consideration. Are there any questions from members of the Court of Revision for staff? Seeing none, the Court of Revision is in receipt of an appeal from Sue and William McAlpine. Sue and William McAlpine are not present to provide additional comments, but their correspondence has been circulated to the Court of Revision for their review and consideration. Are there any questions from members of the Court of Revision for staff? Councillor Ritzma.
Yes, through you, the chair, to the clerk. If a property is sold and the current homeowners have been paying on installments, yearly installments as laid out, can they move the remaining costs? Can it be passed on to the purchasers? Or how does that work?
So through the chair, it's my understanding costs have not actually been invoiced to anyone who's been specially charged. This is the opportunity for them to appeal it. Once the local improvement rule is certified, then that amount would then be applied to their taxes, and they would be required to make payment. If someone were to sell the property, I believe they would be responsible for the outstanding amount.
Okay, thank you.
Councillor Clifford.
I was going to ask about the interest. It was brought up in the other allegation. Is the interest, I know it was in the report, but is that negotiable, or like, I don't know. I'm just curious if interest, I know how they can pay it over a certain period, like 10 years, I believe. But is the interest, is that legislated? Like, is that in the legislation?
I see the Director of Infrastructure there. Go ahead.
Yeah, through the chair. In the past, interest has been left up to the department to decide what is the appropriate amount. And the most common past practice for the engineering department is what is stated here, which is a 5% over a 10-year period.
Anything else? See none. Is there anyone else present who wishes to provide comments to the Court of Revision regarding the construction of an 8.5 meter asphalt road, complete with curb and gutter and a 1.5 meter concrete sidewalk on Pleasant Drive from Ontario Street to Devon Street? Comments can be submitted through the electronic Q&A function in Zoom. This is a second call for anyone to provide comments in the Q&A regarding the construction of an 8.5 meter asphalt road, complete with curb and gutter and a 1.5 meter concrete sidewalk on Pleasant Drive from Ontario Street to Devon Street. Nothing coming in, Madam Clerk.
Also through the chair, no, not at this time.
This is the third and final call for anyone to provide comments in the Q&A regarding the construction of an 8.5 meter asphalt road, complete with curb and gutter and a 1.5 meter concrete sidewalk on Pleasant Drive from Ontario Street to Devon Street. Anything, Madam Clerk?
So through the chair, no, there are no comments submitted through the Q&A at this time.
As there are no comments in the Q&A regarding the Pleasant Drive local improvement role, we will now proceed to the Frederick and Burritt Street improvement project. I will now ask the City Clerk to present the statement of cost of work and the local improvement role for Frederick and Burritt Street local improvement project to the court and confirm notice. This project includes the construction of an 8.5 meter asphalt road, complete with curb and gutter on Frederick Street from Romeo to Burritt Street, and construction of an 8.5 meter asphalt road, complete with curb and gutter and a 1.5 meter concrete sidewalk on Burritt Street from Frederick Street to Duro Street.
Through the chair, I can confirm that the statement of work and the local improvement role was circulated to members of the Court of Revision prior to this meeting. And I can confirm that notice has been provided to the owner of every lot to be specially charged regarding Frederick and Burritt Street and to the public of the hearing by the Court of Revision in accordance with Ontario Regulation 586/06. Following the withdrawal of the one objection submitted, which was also circulated to the members of the Court of Revision prior to the meeting, I can confirm there are no objections in relation to this project, and as such, the local improvement role can be certified by the treasurer.
Thank you. The court will now adjourn to consider all comments and correspondence received. Councillor Bunting.
Just to be absolutely clear, this is the point where we leave this meeting and then sign in camera, right?
Through the chair, yes, that is correct. So this Zoom link will remain active. So members of the public are welcome to stay on the line. So if all the members could join the other meeting, we'll perform that function, and then we'll have to return to this meeting afterwards to announce the decisions and then to adjourn the Court of Revision.
Okay.
So members are exiting and going to the other link.
Thank you.
Just through the chair, Madam Clerk, did you resend the next one to me?
I can do so now.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So we're ready to go ahead, Madam Clerk.
Through the chair, yes.
Court of Revision decision. Appeal from Keith and Marie Eggets, that the appeal of Keith and Marie Eggets be dismissed and the Court of Revision approves the Pleasant Drive local improvement role as presented. Appeal from John and Linda Charbonneau. That the appeal of John and Linda Charbonneau be dismissed and the Court of Revision approves the Pleasant Drive local improvement roll as presented. Appeal from Sue and William McAlpine. That the appeal of Sue and William McAlpine be dismissed and the Court of Revision approves the Pleasant Drive local improvement roll as presented. I will now call for a motion to adjourn. Moved by Councilor Ritzma. All those in favor? Carried. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming out.